Hi, students. This is Mr. McCamey, and I apologize for not being there today. I had to stay home and take care of my 4-month-old. Um, but I wanted to at least give you a little bit of direction on what needs to be started today for your project. So I've created this screencast just to help you at least get started. Hopefully, there's not too much of an echo because I'm having trouble making this recording. Anyway, what I want you guys to do is get on what you've already done is gotten on Google Classroom. You've seen this video, and hopefully you can just view it as a class instead of watching it individually. But what I wanted to show you is on the STEM investigation, which you guys actually started looking at a little bit yesterday at the end of class, um, is you guys are going to partner up. Each student's going to have a partner, so 2 people in each group. If there happens to be a non-numbering class, I will accept a group of 3 for one group, or that person may just choose and want to work individually, and I'm okay with that. Um, but I want you guys to partner up, and then once you've partnered up, what you want to do is reference the STEM investigation project that you'll find in your Google Classroom. Uh, with that, I'm just going to briefly go over it again because I did it so quickly yesterday. So, in some classes I didn't go over it. So, what we're looking at is we're going to do a STEM investigation. Uh, so, as far as if you would like to read through the introduction, I'm not going to do so right now. Uh, but the procedure is you and your partner will investigate a technological artifact and find out about its history and impact on civilization. You will learn how it may be used differently today. You will use various resources to find the information. And honestly, this is where I just want you to use the internet. You have PCs in the room and you have a great resource to you. So just make sure when you use the internet, they're using valid resources as far as what websites you're using. So make sure it can be validated in some way. But working in pairs, you're going to gather information about the technological development that you chose, and you are going to answer the questions and the questions to guide you to help guide that process for you. After you have answered the questions to guide you, that's going to help you in your preparation of a 2 to 3 minute presentation using like Microsoft PowerPoint that is on the PCs. You can see some of the different requirements, but it wants you to make sure that you, when you're making a Prezi or a PowerPoint, which like I say, PowerPoint's probably the easiest and most convenient in our classroom, make sure that you have a couple different things. So it says include your team members' names, explain the original invention, list the discipline of engineering most important to that development, provide a timeline, identify major changes that have occurred, and address the global impact on society and environment. Now, with that being said, there are going to be other questions in that question to guide you part, but a combination of this information along with the questions to guide you should help formulate what that presentation might look like. And what I would make sure that you do include in your presentation are some quality pictures or even a clip of a video to help show that major development, invention, innovation, whatever it may be, show it actually working. And this is something that actually has already been created. So this isn't necessarily something that hasn't been invented, hasn't actually hit the market. It's actually something that they've already developed somewhere in the world. The conclusion does not have to be any part of your presentation. It's just part of the worksheet and part of the understanding of what we're doing. And if I go back here, I'm just going to look at the question to guide you. So if we go back and look at the questions to guide you, you can see the major pieces of information that we need to have within our presentation itself. So we need to know, what is your artifact? What's your product? What are you actually researching? Okay, and what purpose does your artifact have? So could be a number of different things. Obviously, the purpose of the automobile was to provide transportation and make it easier to get from one place to another. And then as you dig and you look for the original inventor, as we look at number 3 here, it says, who is the original inventor, who owns the patent, and when was your product invented? Again, that's going to take some research. It's going to take some digging on the internet to find that information. How was it used when originally invented? How is it used today? What are some of the innovations that the product has undergone since its original invention? So you have, for example, the original smartphone for Apple, the iPhone, and since then you've had lots and lots of innovations, and we're actually onto the iPhone 6 Plus, which the other one probably will be coming out in the next few months, but they're always innovating that product. And then trying to figure out what areas of technology best classifies the product or artifact that you're looking at, and just try to think. It can be more than one of these. I don't care that you just pick one. You can pick more than one based off of what it would be involved with. How has the product impacted society in a positive way? How has the product impacted society in a negative way? And then you have to complete the chart. And this is, like I say, to me, one of the most difficult parts to include is trying to understand the science, which is discovery of some sort, technology, which is what you're trying to create, and it's creating something. Engineering is your design phase and how you're designing, and then math has to do with numbers. And then if you had the ability to change the product in any way, what would you change? And now you get to innovate the product and say, well, here's what they need with this product. This would make it that much better, which they may have thought of as well, and so they're working towards trying to improve that product. But it all depends on what product or artifact you're looking at. As far as your websites, you have Google available to you. Just use a computer and do some research. But that looks like that is the questions that you want to help guide you. With this, what I want you guys to do is open this in Google Docs, and then once you open it in Google Docs, as it's thinking here, I want you to make sure that you have your copy. Now, you just need one copy per group, and then you're going to share it. So pick whoever it is in the group that's going to make the copy, and then what you're going to do is you're going to share this with somebody else. So let's say I shared this with Julia Chambers. Well, what I would do is I would share this with her, and then I would hit send. I'm not going to do that because I might confuse her if she gets something shared by me. But that's how it would work, is you want to share it with that person and then send it to them. And now both of you can visibly see it and work on it simultaneously. I don't mind, and obviously it would be preferred, is once you partner up, is move around the room so that you're sitting right next to your partner. But technically, if you are working on this, you wouldn't actually have to sit right next to them, because you could share this information on Google Docs, and as long as the document's shared, you can work. But again, I'd probably prefer that way. You guys can talk about your product and artifact, and you can talk about what you want to research. So that might be the best bet for you, is to get up, move around, sit next to your partner. I apologize. I don't like missing school, but sometimes as a father, that comes first, and I have to take care of my little one when she's not feeling well. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Do not stress about this. If you, for some reason, still haven't turned in the notes and it shows that it was due yesterday, don't worry about that. The introduction to engineering, we can take care of that when I get back tomorrow. Just go ahead and start in on this process of the STEM investigation, and then we'll get everything cleared up tomorrow. Know that the STEM investigation is not due today. It won't be due tomorrow. I actually would like to start on the presentations Thursday or Friday, but I planned on Tuesday and Wednesday definitely being a work day, with the possibility of Thursday working a little bit on it too. So that's all I have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I left off. Oh, as far as the grading rubric, this will give you kind of a guide as to what your expectations are on this project. So there is a grading rubric that refers to the elements of your presentation. So content, organization, delivery, and cooperation. So you can look through that and see your point systems and see kind of what your expectations are with your grading rubric. That can kind of help guide you as you move forward in this project. Um, Other than that, have a good Tuesday. Again, I apologize I'm not there, and I will see you guys all Wednesday. Thank you.